Hey, how's it going out there, folks? So, what is that Bible verse that sort of says something like this? Uh, Thou shalt not judge, or ye shall be judged. Something to that extent. I don't know exactly, but it's a very powerful verse because you know it's so easy to make judgments on people for what they decide to do in their life, right? It's as simple as that. And when I decided to make these YouTube videos, we're going to go back like 5-6 years, right? And if you're just following this channel, if you're brand new, I've, been doing this stuff for quite a few years now. It's more like a hobby for me, not really making any progress. And I've deleted many, many videos. And anyways, I figured, I'd start this whole process again with a better mindset and see where it takes me, right? So basically, we'll go back to that verse again. And obviously, you can leave in the comments because I know I'm off a little bit, but it says something like, those who judge shall be judged, right? Basically, that's the gist of it. And the reason for that is, like I say in my other videos, life is nothing but a reflection of who you're being. So if you're judging other people and what they're doing with their life, you can be pretty damn sure that they're going to judge you, or other people are going to judge you on what you're doing. Now, the thing is, man, I've come a long way with dealing with people, especially on certain platforms where people are obviously just looking for likes and views and comments and social media jargon, right? These videos that I make, I basically put them out to the world, and I'm with intention of actually helping people, or making people aware, or giving people a glimmer of hope, because I've been through the ringer. I've been at the bottom, man, rock bottom, and a lot of people think they've hit their rock bottom, but they haven't. And you'll know when you hit your rock bottom. You'll know something will go, a light will turn on, and it's like either you're gonna make this choice to improve yourself, or you're gonna go the other way, and it's gonna lead to death. That's just the way it is, man. And I know too many people in my life who are in bad situations, mainly due to alcohol or addictions of some sort. I mean, and they put themselves in certain situations because their clarity of thinking has diminished, right? And this is what happens when you participate in any sort of vices. And I use alcohol because it's something that I've had to overcome. But you can go down the road, you can get into hard drugs, you can get into freaking methamphetamines and pills and all the other shit, right? I mean, this is the thing, right? If you don't catch yourself going down this negative path, it's never going to turn out well. And this is the thing, man. I can sit here and I'm not proud of a lot of things I've done in my life, to be honest with you. But the one thing I am proud of is the fact that I overcame 35 years of alcohol consumption, and I'm almost 3 years in now. I don't exactly know the date that I quit. I know the month, but not the exact day. And I'm able now to look out at the world, and even people that I've known throughout my life, and see exactly where they're going and their patterns of this negative habit. It's basically what it is. So I'm not one to judge. I am not one to judge about one person's financial situation. I'm not one to judge about one person's living situation. I'm not one to judge about one person's habits or addictions, or mindset or anything like that, because we all got to go through the process of growth, right? For the most part, people want to participate, and this whole thing of being put on this earth to have lessons taught to you. And do you learn from the lessons, or do you let the lessons consume you, right? This is the thing, man. You can't understand the good unless you experience the bad. And it goes either way. And the thing is, man, like that verse in the Bible, we'll go back to it one more time, and I still obviously haven't got it in my head, but thou shalt not judge, or ye shall be judged, right? Anyway, this is close, so I'm getting to that one. It's like anything else. It's the mirror reflection that I talk about in a lot of my videos. You are basically getting a reflection from your outside world of who you are being, right? So if you decide you're going to judge somebody, be sure that you're going to be judged. If you're putting anger and hate and negativity out to the world, you can be sure that's going to come back to you, because that's by law. It has to show you the way you're being, so you can look at that and say, okay, something has to change. But a lot of people want to change the reflection. They want to change the people. They want to change the environment. They want to change the circumstances. They want to blame. They want to cry and whatever it is, man, right? And then they don't understand that what has to change is what's going on inside yourself. So the reflection changes on the outside. As above, so below, right? As within, so without. It's just something that a lot of people have forgotten. And when you are in a state of mind that you don't have any clarity anymore, and this is what happens with any kind of substance, and I still, like I say, I can still say this because I'll still do the CBD edibles the odd time, right? And I notice after I do those, the next day I feel like I'm hungover or something. Like I feel like a bag of shit, right? But it's just a way of, for a lot of people, to numb out their reality, right? And people know deep down within their soul that this life, how it's all designed, this matrix system of design, that they feel like, you know what, there's got to be something more to this than just the regular old 9 to 5 routine stuff that I've gotten into before, that I'd rather not talk about in this video. But the thing is, man, people create their lives around their state of mind. It's just as simple as that. I mean, there's nothing technical or spiritual or there's no trickery, or there's no magic potion, or there's no whatever it is to figure this out, man. It just takes clarity. And in order to get clarity, you have to be, be able to see clearly. And this comes from being sober. This comes from not performing any sort of substance abuse. This comes from whatever it is, right? And once you get that clarity, and once you understand that it's you that has to change in order for the outside reflection to actually change your world, your outside, then you got it, right? But it just doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in a month. It doesn't happen in a year. You got to think about all the years that you've been programmed by this matrix, right? And you got to think about all the years you've been consuming some sort of substance or whatever it is. And you think about all the years that you've been in a sort of mindset that maybe it's not to your liking anymore. Think about all those years. And people think there's just going to be a magic pill that just corrects it and it's going to be gone overnight. No, it takes years to get back on track, and it takes years to start changing that reflection again and becoming a different person, and understanding that, Everybody goes through it from time to time. But some people don't know when to quit. Some people get lost in that dark, dark world and they don't feel like there's any way out. And then just the things that go on in the person's mind when they're in that state of mind, that dark world of substance abuse, man. And man, when I was back in my drinking days, man, I'm telling you, it was like the same thing as being in hell. The same thing, but I was creating it because of my mindset, because of my negative mindset. Alcohol is a depressant, man. If you're a depressed person, you should not drink alcohol. Sure, you'll feel good for the time being, but then as soon as the effect wears off, that dopamine, you're going to be even worse, man. That's why the next day when you're hungover, it's like fucking, you feel 10 times worse, man. Depressed and whatever it is. And then you want to, go back to the bottle again so you freaking get some more dopamine so you don't feel depressed anymore. And it's this cycle of perpetual loop, like I said in one of my videos. It just keeps going over and over. You just keep repeating the same pattern over and over and over and over again. And nothing ever changes, man. It's insanity to a point, right? But I don't know, man. I really didn't know where I was going with this video. I was doing a meditation, obviously, this morning when I wake up, before I turn on any electronics, before I do anything. I go use the washroom, I come and I sit and I close my eyes and I just bask in friggin' just that, that feeling of like what's going on in my mind right now, because how you start your day is normally how your day progresses, right? I mean, if you start off on a negative, chances are your day is going to turn out to be a negative, man. So don't let that happen. Just sit back, give yourself 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is, man. Close your eyes, stick some earplugs in, man. Block all the outside noise out and just observe what's going on in your head, and to get on that equilibrium, that balance before you do anything. And it makes a world of a difference. You do that in the morning, and do that before I go to bed. So quiet my mind down, turn my phone off a couple hours before bed, and just sit sometimes in complete darkness and just sit there, earplugs in, and just sit there and quiet my mind. And yeah, man, it goes a long way. So that being said, thanks for tuning in. Take it easy.